completed by our Pratap Reddy sir, who is working as a mass assistant in Kodad. Now, one of the most important concept which is going to be introduced today, the construction of tangents depends upon the center of the circle, in what circumstances, in how we will draw the tangents in a different two positions. So that will be explained by our Pratap Reddy sir. Pratap Reddy sir, please go through the content.
Okay, good morning children. Yesterday we have discussed the definition of tangents and secants to a circle, and by an activity we learned that there is only one tangent can be drawn at a point on the circle. Next, the tangent to a circle at a point on the circle must be perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. All these concepts we learned yesterday. Now, today we are going to discuss and perform geometrical construction of a tangent to a circle at a point on the circle in two situations. Construction of a tangent at a point on the circle. Construction of a tangent at a point on the circle. First condition is when the center of the circle, when the center is known. When the center of the circle is known. Second condition, when the center is not known. Okay. For these two situations, we are going to construct a tangent at a point on the circle. Okay. Now, first one means when the center of the circle is known. Already we are saying center is known. Means we are using compass. We are drawing a circle by using compass. Okay. First, we have to remember an important point for any geometrical construction. That is, rough diagram is needed. Very, very important. Rough diagram is needed for any geometrical construction. Please remember, always. For which purpose rough diagram is needed? Means, if we want to, for example, if we want to construct a new house in our land or open plat, what to do? Direct start the construction? No. We have to take a building plan from approved planners. Then, according to the plan, we can construct the new house in our plot. Then the output will be perfect. Then the construction of the building will be perfect. And in time also. It will be completed in time. In the same way, for any geometrical construction, rough diagram is needed. For rough diagram, there is provided 1 mark in annual examinations. For rough diagram, 1 mark will be given for rough diagram. Next, 2 marks will be given for fair construction, and 1 mark will be given for steps of construction. If the question is asked for 4 marks question, 4 marks, then the marks distribution will be there like that. Okay. Now we are going to construct in first case when the center is known. Okay. I will explain the procedure. First, we have to draw a rough diagram. First, with using compass, draw a circle. Draw a circle with center O. Next, locate any point P on the circle. Then join OP and then extend it to somewhere like a ray. Call it as the ray OX. Then P is the point on the circle. Now we have to construct a tangent at P. For that, take a compass with convenient radius, draw arcs on both sides of P. Draw two arcs on either side of P on the ray OX with the help of compass with equal radius. Then change the radius, locate these two intersection points, change the radius and draw arcs above the ray from this point, and from this point also draw an arc which is intersecting the previous arc. Again, we can draw below the ray, but no need to draw below the ray. Why? To draw any straight line, 2 points are enough. If we have any 2 points, then we can draw the line easily. Why go for third point? No need. That's why only 2 points are enough to draw any straight line. Tangent means a straight line, nothing but a straight line. Secant means a straight line. Okay. That's why no need to draw arcs below the ray OX. Arcs, only draw arcs below the ray. Okay. Now, locate the intersection point. Already P point is there. Already 2 points existing. Then draw these 2 points by using a ruler. Not scale. It is the ruler. Just this is a ruler. Scale means it is a measurement. Actually, in usual words, we are saying this is a scale, but actually this is a ruler. Scale means if we draw 10 kilometers on the board, is it possible? No. 10 kilometers is just this is 100, just 2 meters or 3 meters board. How can we draw 10 kilometers on the board, blackboard? That's why we have to take a scale. 1 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer. This is the scale. Then we can draw 10 centimeters line segment. 10 centimeters if AB 10 centimeters means 1 centimeter equal to, we have taken 1 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer. Then 10 centimeters equal to 10 kilometers. Go. For that purpose, we can take scale. Okay, now by using ruler, join this intersection point of the arc and a point on the circle, which is nothing but a tangent, required tangent at the point P on the circle. That's all. That is the procedure of construction. Okay, this is the rough diagram. Say, this is the rough diagram. Rough diagram. Okay. Next, in the same way, by seeing the rough diagram, we can construct fairly. We are going to construct fair construction. Okay. Take a compass with convenient radius. we draw a circle with center O. Center is already known. That's why I located center. Next, according to the rough diagram, locate a point P on the circle. Anywhere on the circle, and on the circumference of the circle. Locate a point P. Locate a point P. Join and P and extend it to somewhere. Okay. This is the point P. We are extending. Call it as the ray. OX. We are joining with the help of a ruler. O and P and extend it to somewhere. We are getting a ray OX. Now, with the help of a compass, with some convenient radius, draw two arcs on either side of P. Okay. On either side of P. Locate two intersection points, arcs and ray. Change the radius. In general, increase the radius. And draw two arcs above the ray or below the ray. Only one is enough. From O, I am drawing an arc on left side of P, now right side of P. Sorry. Okay, I am drawing an arc from this point. Next, with the same radius, I am drawing another arc which is intersecting the previous arc. Just change the radius and draw two arcs from this point and from this point. Locate the intersection point. Okay, this is the intersection point of two arcs. Next, you join these 2 points. You will get the required tangent. Right. This is the required tangent. At the point P on the circle, given circle. This is the fair construction. Just look at the blackboard and observe carefully. This is fair construction. This is known as fair construction. Fair construction. Okay, now this is a rough diagram for this purpose. Next, according to rough diagram, we have constructed a tangent to the given circle as a point on the circle. Okay. Now, Steps of construction. Just I will read the steps of construction. Just note down or just listen carefully. First step. Draw a circle with center O. Second step. Locate a point P somewhere on the circle. Join OP with the help of a ruler and extend it to somewhere as a ray. Call it as OX. With the help of a compass, take convenient radius. Draw two arcs either side of P on OX. Locate the two intersection points. Change the radius and draw two arcs from these 2 points above the ray, which are intersecting at a point. Locate the intersection point. Say Q. Join P and Q with the help of a ruler. It will be the required tangent to the given circle at the given point P on the circle. Right. This is the construction when the center is known. This is the first method. Now, in this case, we have second method also. I will explain that method also. Rough diagram. I am drawing a rough diagram. First, draw a circle with center O. Locate a point P. On the circle somewhere on the circumference. Join OP. Just join OP. That's all. No need to extend OP. Here, in this case, no need to extend OP. Okay. Take a compass with center P. Draw arc on OP. Locate intersection point. With the same radius, draw an arc like this. With the same radius, draw two arcs from this point. One arc. From this point, one arc. Draw two arcs. Locate intersection points. By changing the radius with the use of compass, draw two arcs like this. From this point, draw two arcs which are intersecting at somewhere. Next, then locate the intersection point. Join these 2 points by a line. Join these 2 points by using ruler. Then you will get the tangent, required tangent. This is the second procedure. You can follow any one of the 2 methods as your choice. Okay, as you like. Now, again, I am drawing a circle. With center O. I'm locating a point P in the circle. Join these 2 points. Join these 2 points. Now, take compass with convenient radius. Draw an arc like this. Draw an arc like this. Which is cutting OP. Which is cutting OP. Draw like this. With the same radius, don't change the radius. With the same radius, from this point, draw an arc. From this point, draw an arc. Another arc. Draw 2 arcs, cutting the previous arc. Okay. Now locate 2 intersection points. Now change the radius. Usually increase the radius and draw an arc from this point and draw an arc from this point, which is intersecting the previous arc. Draw like the 2 arcs. Okay. Then locate intersection point of these 2 arcs. Already E point is there. Just join. Say this point as Q. Join these 2 points. This is the required tangent. At a point on the circle. This is the second procedure. You can follow any of the 2 methods, no problem. Both are same. Procedure, both are different, but we will get the same tangent. Okay. First situation is over. When the center is known, we have constructed a tangent at a point on the circle in 2 ways. Now going to construct a tangent when the center is not known. Okay. You may have few doubts about this. When the center is not known, how can we draw a circle? Without center, how can we draw a circle? Yes, your doubt is absolutely acceptable. But we can draw a circle without using the center. How? By using an object. An object, 3-dimensional object, or what is an object which is having circular edge. I have taken a wooden ring. This is 3-dimensional object because this has diameter or radius. Next, width, height, 3-dimensional. But inner edge is a circle, and outer edge is a circle. This object having circular edges. I have taken this to draw a circle. Already you know about bangles, ladies' bangles, coins, 1 rupee coin, some coins, also in circular shape. 3-dimensional objects, but their edges will be circular. Okay. Now I am using this to draw a circle without using the center of the circle. First, we have to draw rough diagram. Okay. I am drawing a circle by using an object. Next, what is the procedure? to construct a tangent at a point on the circle. Locate a point here, locate a point P here, P. Then draw a chord of the circle PQ. We have to draw a tangent at P. We have to draw a tangent at P. This is the process. For that purpose, take another point on the circle R, join QR and PR. Join PR. Okay, a triangle is formed. PQR triangle is formed in the circle. Okay. What to do? If we extend these chords like this, what are these? PQ, PR or QR? What are the lines representing? Those are intersecting the circle. For example, PQ, the line PQ intersecting the circle at two distinct points P and Q. Therefore, it is a secant. Next, QR, the line QR is a secant. PR is a secant. The common portion of three secants, represents a triangle PQR. Now, by tangent secant angle theorem, we are using tangent secant angle theorem. It is not in our syllabus, but we are using to construct this type of construction. Okay. Take this angle, draw any arc like this, draw from R, draw some arc like this. With the same radius, draw from P, cutting PR like this, cutting PQ like this. Draw the same arc with the same radius. We are drawing another arc from P like this. Next, to make equal angles with compass, adjust this angle and from this just intersect the curve. Okay, then we will get that point, intersection point. You will get an intersection point. From this point and this point, you can draw a tangent. It will be the required tangent at P. This is by using tangent secant angle theorem. Again, I am explaining. First, draw a chord PQ and QR and RP. Three chords. PQR triangle formed. With compass, draw an arc like this with the same radius with P. For third side, this is the angle between these two chords. Leave the two chords. Another chord is there, that is PQ. Same angle will be maintained at P, PQ and required tangent. Same angle will be maintained at the chord PQ and the tangent. That means this angle is equal to this angle. Make both angles are equal. For that purpose, draw from P, draw an arc. For equal angle, adjust with compass and intersect this previous arc. Locate intersection point and join the 2 points. Then you will get required tangent. This is the rough diagram. Now we are going to construct fairly. We are using an object to draw a circle. We are using inner edge. Okay. This is the circular shape by using a wooden ring. Now, here we are not having the center. The center of the circle is not known. Now, locate a point P here. Locate a point P here. Draw from this point a chord. Say this point as Q. And locate another point R. Here, join QR and PR. Join PR. Then triangle PQR forms. Okay. Now, we have to make equal angle between these two chords, with the third chord and required tangent. Okay. For that purpose, take some radius, try an arc like this, with the same radius centered at P, and draw an arc like this. Okay. With the third chord and required tangent. To get required tangent, draw like this. Next, for making equal angles here, just adjust. Okay. Here also, from this point, draw an arc like this. To make equal angle. Locate the intersection point. Say it may be S. Join these 2 points. This is the required tangent. When the center is not known, just observe carefully. You can learn perfectly if you observe carefully. Okay, this is the procedure of construction of a tangent at a point on the circle when the center of the circle is not known. You may ask, why are you taking this arc here? We may take Q also. In the same way, we may take Q also. But follow any one of the two. If you take this arc at Q, like this, if you take this, we are making equal angles between these 2 chords and third chord. Third chord means here PR, and required tangent is this. To make for that, Go draw like this. Draw like this. With the third card, draw an arc like this. And adjust angle. Adjust the angle. From this point, draw an arc. From this point, just draw an arc. Draw an arc like this. Go. Here we are getting intersection point on the same line. Then also we will get the same tangent. Then also we will get the same tangent by using tangent secant angle theorem. We are using tangent secant angle theorem. By using this, we are constructing a tangent at a point P on the given circle when the center is not known. This is the procedure. No need to draw these both. Only you can follow only one. I will explain both, but you can follow only one. That's all. Okay. Now, constructions are over. Already we know only one tangent is possible at a point on the circle. That type of constructions is over. Next, now we are going to solve the problems given in exercise 9.1. Okay. Be ready with textbooks and notebooks and with a pen. First, fill in the blanks. First problem is fill in the blanks. There are 6 bits. Just I read one by one and tell the answers. Okay. First bit is a tangent to a circle touches it in dash points. Tangent to a circle touches it in how many points? You know already. You know very well. Only 1 point. Therefore, answer is 1. Answer is 1 point. For first one, a tangent to a circle touches it in 1 point. Note down. Next, second bit. Go to second bit. A line intersecting a circle in 2 points is called a intersecting in 2 points is called a yes. You are right. Secant. Secant. If a line intersects the given circle in 2 distinct points, then it is called a secant. Already we told. Next, third bit. Number of tangents can be drawn to a circle parallel to the given tangent is. Number of tangents can be drawn to a circle parallel to the given tangent is. Just if we draw a circle, center O. If we take a tangent like this, if we take a tangent like this L is a tangent to the given circle with center O. How many, now the question is, how many tangents can be drawn parallel to the tangent L here? Say, already by an activity, already we learnt. How many tangents are possible? Parallel to the given tangent? Only 1 tangent is possible. Yes, you are right. Only 1 tangent is possible, which is parallel to the given tangent. if you draw other tangents, there are so many tangents. There are infinitely many tangents at many points. Infinitely many points on the circle. But there is only one tangent parallel to the given tangent. That's why answer is only one tangent can be parallel to the given tangent of the circle. That is the third bit. Next, fourth one. The common point of a tangent to a circle, and the circle is called. The common point of a tangent to a circle and the circle is called. The common point here, if it is P, what is P called? What is P called? This is the common point of both the circle and tangent. It is known as point of contact. It is known as point of contact. For tangent, only one common point, that will be known as point of contact. Next, fifth one. We can draw dash tangents to a given circle. We can draw how many tangents to a given circle? How many points exist on the circle? First, you have to know how many points exist on the circle, on the circumference of the circle. There are infinitely many points. There are infinitely many points on the circle. For a particular point, how many tangents possible? Only one. For a point, only one tangent is possible. How many points are there? Infinitely many points. Therefore, how many tangents can exist? Infinitely many. Therefore, answer is infinite. Infinite tangents can be drawn on the points of the circle, because the circumference have infinitely many points. Okay. Last one, that is sixth bit. A circle can have dash parallel tangents at the most. This is similar to third problem. There is a small change. A circle can have dash parallel tangents at the most. How many tangents at the most parallel? How many tangents to the circle at the most parallel? Answer is here. Just look at the blackboard, look at the diagram, just you can say the answer. How many tangents are there? Only two tangents, which are parallel. Therefore, answer is 2. Only two tangents are parallel to each other, to a given circle. That's all. These all are the fill in the blanks given in first question of exercise 9.1. Okay, note down. Next, we are going to solve second problem. Just I am reading the problem. A tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 centimeters meets a line through the center O at a point Q so that OQ equal to 13 centimeters. Find the length of PQ. Just I am drawing a rough figure for this problem. I am not writing the problem on the board. A tangent PQ. This is the required tangent. Next, at a point P of a circle. P is on the circle of radius 5 centimeters. First, draw a circle of radius 5 centimeters. Draw a circle of 5 centimeter radius with center O. At a point Q so that OQ equal to 30 centimeters. Q is the outside point. The distance between O and Q. is 13 centimeters. OQ equal to 13 centimeters. Next, P of a circle. P will be here. P is a point on the circle. Now join OP, and join PQ. Join PQ. PQ is the tangent. Here, PQ is the tangent. Is the tangent given. OP equal to 5 centimeters. OP equal to 5 centimeters given. A circle with radius 5 centimeters. Okay. OP equal to 5 centimeters. OQ equal to 13 centimeters. These are given in the problem. Okay. Now find the length of PQ. Find the length of PQ. We have to find the length of tangent. Length of tangent. Okay. Again, recapitulate the concepts of tangents. Already we know tangent at a point on the circle. Tangent at a point on the circle must be perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. Must be perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. This is the point of contact. OP is the radius. Therefore, the tangent PQ perpendicular to OP. PQ is perpendicular to OP. Don't confuse. A right angle triangle is formed. OP and PQ are two sides. Here, OQ can be treated as hypotenuse. Hypotenuse of the right angle circle. Right angle triangle. Sorry, right angle triangle. OQ is the hypotenuse. If we take OP as base, then PQ will be act as height. If we take PQ as base, then OP will be height of the triangle. Okay, by seeing a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle means we can remember a theorem, that is Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem or Baudayan theorem. Okay. In right triangle OPQ by Pythagoras theorem. What Pythagoras theorem says? In any right triangle, the square of the hypotenuse equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. The square of the hypotenuse means here hypotenuse is OQ. Therefore, the square of the hypotenuse is OQ square equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides, OP square plus PQ square. Okay. In a right triangle, OPQ by Pythagoras theorem, square of the hypotenuse equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. Now, we are substituting the values which are given in the problem. OP 5 centimeters and OQ 30 centimeters. Substituting OQ value and OP value plus PQ square. Okay. We are substituting the values of OQ and OP here. 13 square equal to 5 square plus PQ square. Now we have to find the length of PQ, which is the length of the tangent PQ. Okay. What is 13 square? 13 into 13, 169. The square of 13 is 169. 13 into 13. 13 is the 169. Then 5 square. 5 into 5. 5 is the 25 plus PQ square. Okay. Transpose the term 25 to the left side. Then the sign will be changed. Plus 25 becomes minus 25. Therefore, 169 plus 25 becomes minus 25 equal to PQ square. Okay. We are transposing right side term 25 to the left side. Therefore, plus 25 becomes minus 25. 169 minus 25 equal to PQ square. Then 169 minus 25, 144 equal to PQ square. We are getting 144 equal to PQ square. Now, square is on the right side. If you transpose the square to the left side, square becomes square root. For square root, we are putting plus or minus root 144 equal to PQ. Don't write again square. Don't write again square, which is a mistake. Okay. Already square comes to the left side. It becomes square root. There are two values for the square root. One is positive value and there is minus negative value. Both values are there. But we have to take both are only one. Whichever is possible. Okay. Plus value is known as principal square root value. Principal square root value. Here, PQ is the length. Length means is always non-negative. Length means is always non-negative. Either it will be 0 or positive quantity. Therefore, we cannot take negative value. We can take only positive value here. Plus or minus root 144. 144 is the square of 12. 12 into 12. 12 square. Root of 12 square. 12 into 12. Therefore, plus or minus 12 equal to PQ. Plus or minus 12 equal to PQ or therefore PQ equal to 12 centimeters. 12 centimeters. This is the required answer. Again, I am explaining. First, draw a rough diagram for the given problem. First, read the problem carefully, understand the problem, then draw appropriate diagram for the given matter. Okay. Then you will get a right angle triangle OPQ. In right angle triangle, two sides are given. Two sides are given. One side OP is given and hypotenuse is given. OQ. Hypotenuse is given. One side is given. We have to find another side, that is PQ, which is nothing but length of the PQ or length of the tangent. For that, we are using Pythagoras theorem. The square of the hypotenuse equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. We are substituting the values given in the problem and we are simplifying. Then we will get the value of PQ as 12 centimeters. We are getting PQ as 12 centimeters. This we are obtained. Okay. In the same way, you can solve the problem 4. Okay. Homework. Your homework is 9.1 exercise. Fourth problem. This is same as this problem. Therefore, this is given as homework. Please do it. Okay, sir. Prasad, sir. Prasad, sir.
Much, sir. Oh, okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Pratap Reddy, sir. Today, sir discussed about the construction and exercise 9.1, almost all completed. Constructions in two types. One is center is known to you, how to draw a tangent to the circle, and if the center is not known to you, how to draw a circle, how to draw a tangents, which are given by the sir with best examples also. And more, one teaching aid is also used to to clear the picture about that how to draw the tangents also. Thank you very much, sir. See you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. This is Mova Prasad signing out from the DCEB YouTube.